Hey YouTube, it's New Life for Jen, or Jen. Okay, so now I'm going to come on and just do a normal update because I'm looking now, when I went to edit the video, that I haven't posted since like February 5th. So sorry. I have every excuse in the book on why I haven't made a video, but none of them have to do with me eating poorly. Literally just has to do with being busy and lots of things going on in my life right now, so trying to get all that under control. But I had my 2-month Lapband surgiversary on March 18th, 2013. So I was 2 years post-op Lapband. I am 15 months in the land of maintenance, and I am 5 months post-op lower body lift. Okay, so I've had a bunch of inboxes, and I keep saying I'm just going to do one video to cover all of this. So, most of my questions right now are regarding my lower body lift. Do I like my results? Was it worth the pain? Was it worth the downtime? Are you able to exercise to full capacity? Yada, yada, yada. So, I'm going to go over just the basics stuff, and then I'm going to go more into plastics, because that's what most of my questions have been on. 24 months post-op Lapband. On March 18th, I was 138.6 or 0.2. I've been fluctuating between 137 and, I don't like to see 140 again, so anything under 140 is great. My goal is to be between 131 and 133 before I go to Vegas. Yes, I decided I'm going to go. I need the break. I need to be with my back to basics peeps and regroup and remember why we fight this fight of food addiction, because that sure is what my problem is. I've had a lot of emotional stuff going on, so it's been very hard to fight it off. And I can't seem to find the why, because here it is. Some days, it doesn't matter how stressed I am, I can control it. I can control not making a bad food choice. I can stay on point. And then there's just other days where it's like, whatever, and I do whatever. But I've been trying to clean it up, and it's definitely gotten better than what it was after my lower body lift. I truly believe that I do have the SADD, I believe, disorder, SAD disorder. It's been a long winter, and it's been a cold winter, and it's just been yucky, and I'm a summer sun-needing person, and I've been in kind of a depression kind of funk. And that could be because of winter, or coming after a plastic surgery like that, or just life stress in general. But it's just been a hard winter. So I am so thankful to see spring come. And now I have something to look forward to with Vegas. So it kind of rejuvenates me to want to do really well. I thought I had already paid my tuition, but the Back to Basics Transformation Academy will be starting on April 1st. I believe Susan maybe have like 6 or 8 spots left. You will need to contact Lapband Suzanne if you are interested in participating in that academy. It'll run for 40 days. It ends right before Vegas. I had just done the video on the 2013 WLS Awards. Please go on to that video and vote for Back to Basics. I was nominated for favorite Lapband patient. I am totally humbled and honored, and I thank you all very much. And then, so yeah, that's weight. That's where I'm at right now. That is that stuff. Sorry. Okay. Now, plastics. Okay, so 5 months post-op lower body lift. The question I get the most is, am I still swelling? Yep, and I probably will be after the 6-month mark. You know, I thought at the 6-month mark, the skies were going to part, and it'll be perfect. No. Depending on the activity I do, I still swell in the front. There is no more swelling in the back, or, you know, in the back of the incision. Sometimes I feel it a little bit in my hip area, that'll get a little swollen. And then, of course, it's directly, like, I'm trying to show you. It'll all be directly, like, right in here, like where my flanks are. That's where I'll notice the swelling the most, is right in here. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Maybe those are your flanks. I don't know. But it always, right in here is where I swell. And then, of course, you know, at the base of the incision line, I'll swell there too. And I will insert pictures at the end of this video. The most recent ones I have. I need to have somebody help me and take pictures of my back incision. I mean, how perfect my back, it's kind of, it reminds me of a heart, but it's, you know, the shape in the back where the incision comes around, it's so perfect, perfectly aligned with where it's supposed to be. I don't know if I had said this in a previous video or if I had made a Facebook comment about it, but even where my stretch marks were before surgery, it's like he cut off that section of skin and then he lined those stretch marks right back up. I'm not kidding. My stretch marks line up to where really they, you know, probably shouldn't have. They probably should have just been all which ways, but my actual stretch marks line up. Amazing. I cannot say any better things about Dr. Luis Suarez. I will put the link for him below. I do pass out his website, which is www.cerclinic.com. They do video, or not video, but you can take videos or pictures of yourself. They can give you an estimate of what they believe you need done and how much, and you can do that directly by email. Now, I am supposed to go back, or I was supposed to go back this spring for breast augmentation and lift and inner thigh lift. I'm not 100% sold on the inner thigh lift yet. I have not made that decision. Now that I know I won't be able to go here in the near future, I am going to wait till the end of summer, beginning of fall, to go back and get those two done. I was hoping to have them done, you know, this early spring so that I'd be good to go for summer. I like to swim, be outside in the sun, and I don't want to be dealing with incisions and openings and whatever, whether, you know, I know with the breast that's usually not an issue, but anytime you have incisions, you don't want to be getting them wet. So I'm probably going to be waiting to the fall. So I do plan on getting those. It's just a matter of when. And like I said, I'm not 100% sold on the thigh lift. I don't know if it's going to be worth the downtime and the pain for it, if it's not going to give me the result I want. So I think when I go back down for the breasts and the thighs, or the breast and the lift, I will be able to say, hey, I'm going to pull this up and show you, is there any way to make it look like this? If not, you know, we'll just scrap it. I'm hoping that I'd be able to do the medial, which is the one where they cut it up around your panty line and then they pull your thigh skin up instead of it going all the way down. You know, I don't know if I even said that the right one correctly. My head is not on straight. But not the one that would go down to the kneecap. I'm hoping that where my extra skin is on my thighs, that they'd be able to just pull it up from, say, your, you know, bikini line or your underwear line. They can do an incision there and pull up. So, but, you know, as I go through any of that, I will keep you guys all posted. So, that's that. I will insert pictures at the end. Trying to think anything else. Oh, they asked me if I was able to fully exercise. I'll show you right now. I just picked my kettlebells back up. This is my 10-pound one. I keep this at my desk, and if I'm working online or whatever I'm doing, yeah, I pick it up. So I've been able to pick these back up again. I do modifieds. I don't do as many deadlifts just because of my back, not so much of the surgery. But I will tell you that it took a while before I was able to exercise normally. And I would say for me personally, it was a good 3 months, maybe 3.5, before I could start doing things without it hurting or swelling up like a freaking balloon. Now I still swell, but it's not like it would before. Before I would swell so badly that it would feel like my skin was going to burst at the seams where the incision was. It does not get that bad anymore. It just gets puffy. So, you know, they say 6 months to a year for the swelling to subside and to get your actual result. So I don't think at the 6-month mark it'll totally be all gone. Just by walking and doing my normal everyday stuff, by the end of the night, it still will be swollen a little bit. So, but at least now I don't notice it, you know, as much. So, good thing. So yes, I am back to normal exercise modification with my back. I can't do all the things I want to do just because I have back and neck issues, but that's a whole nother story. Those things have been fine. They did another nerve burning on my neck, so now have the lower lumbar nerves have been burned, and my cervical nerves have been burned, and I have a huge amount of relief compared to, say, a year ago at this time. It still gets a little achy and painful at night, but it's nothing like it was, and I'm very, very thankful. A lot of people told me when I had first decided to have those procedures done that they didn't work and I needed to be careful and all these things, but I've had nothing but amazing results with it. They're telling me that the ones I had done on my neck here last month, those will last up to 18 months. My back will probably have to be done again in the fall, or the late summer, beginning of fall, is when those nerves will start to grow back, and I'll probably have to have my lower lumbar done again. But that's just a quick update on that. I don't even know why. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. A kind of a new, I don't know, I guess you go through stages in this journey. And the one thing I want to say is, like, your style changes, your tastes change, your taste buds are going to change, your food is going to get changed. I mean, it's like I go through stages with food at this point. I'll eat it until I am burned out. And so then when I get burned out, I've got to create a whole new menu of food choices. So that happens to me often. And it usually happens about every 3 months. A couple months ago, I was like into salads and blah, blah, blah. And I was eating salads at least once, sometimes twice a day with either chicken or hard-boiled eggs or whatever. And now I'm burned out on salad. And I eat maybe 1 or 2 salads a week. So it's just when you get to that point of burnout, instead of replacing it with a bad food, try to replace it with another good food. And I have noticed since my surgery that I don't like the same things I do before. I don't think I've eaten eggs now, like cooked eggs, like breakfast-style eggs, in probably 6 months. I'm just burned out on those too. So don't give up when those kind of things happen. Just accept it for what it is and try to find a healthy alternative for that meal. Oh, and one other thing. When I was talking about the exercise after this body lift, I wanted to say that the most important advice I can give to anyone out there getting ready to go through plastics is before you embark on this journey of plastics, it's going to be mental, it's going to be physical, it's going to be hard, okay? You have to be able to go 8 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Everybody's different on their healing time. But you have to be prepared to have your food in check before having plastics. Because if you're using exercise to compensate calories that you're eating, either excessively or crap food or whatever's in there, you better have your food in check before you have plastics. Because here's the thing, you're not going to be able to exercise and move like you were before. So please, that's the one thing of advice I can give, is prepare your mental battle with food before your plastics. Understand that you're going to have to more or less pinch pennies on your calories, and, you know, you're going to have to trim off all the fat in that diet before you have plastics, because you're not going to be able to use your exercise as your compensation for those calories anymore. So, that's all. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below or send me an inbox. I appreciate you all. Please go to the past video and vote for the WLS 2013 awards. And thank you, Diva Tanya, for all the work you did put in with that. And to all the nominees, good luck. I will try to update soon. And again, I'll put pictures at the end. Talk to you guys soon.